I was jugging and finessing, caught up in the street. I have my own perspective, I know who I'm supposed to be. You're seeking some protection, stay there close to me. I got the lethal weapon, killing everybody's beef. I'm set up in my ways, up in my ways. Don't tell me what to do and everything is gonna be straight. But you my little lady, you're super fine. I could give you everything, but you can't change my life, can't change my life. My life, my life, my life, you can't change my life. My life, 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 my life. One shot, G-spot, you riding, yeah, like God.
Hey, so I got a question for you, right? Hey, so check it out. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It's our heart's prayer and desire that all Israel be saved. All right? We come in week and week out to teach our people the truth of the Bible. So you probably heard a lot of things, brother, about the Bible that's not true. That's why I was asking you certain questions. And like you were saying, right. And we all have things.
There's a lot of lies in the world.
That's
More
right.
lies.
So let's start with this. You said that you believe in the Bible and you're willing to read about what it says and do what it says and perform the acts thereof, right? Because the Bible says that the Lord will lift the beggar out of the dunghill, right? And set him among the princes of men. So guess what? That's what we out here to do. We out here to teach our people. And we got a lot of people that's strung out on drugs. We got a lot of people that's high and drunk all day. The brother bring it out all the time. They start 10 o'clock in the morning at the park down the street, drinking, smoking weed, and that's it. And that's the whole day. That's the plan for the day.
Right.
And as long as I'm tore up, it was a good day, right? But we gotta step back and reevaluate. Why is it that when I have children, my children gotta come up in these same conditions? We gotta break that cycle, right? So, question: what do you know about the Israelites of the Bible?
You said I know that it's God's chosen people.
Okay, now what do you mean by chosen people? Because I thought God loved everybody.
In the very beginning, in the Old Testament, he chose these people, and those were his chosen people, and he made a covenant with those people and was like, y'all, if y'all don't do certain shit, we're cool, and I got y'all.
Okay.
But then, when you get a relationship with the King, God, everything, and you don't play with his feelings, because now, if you make a covenant and he's like, I got you and everything, then you switch up, then you even worship the people that ain't worshiping God like the Egyptians. They worshiping other gods from the go, and then they become slaves to other people. And that's a lot of stuff. It's a detailed relationship that keeps changing, and God keeps coming and renewing His covenant, and that's what He did through Jesus, giving us an ultimate sacrifice, so we didn't have to, start like with Adam and Eve. He killed the animal and gave them clothes, you know what I'm saying? He sacrificed the animal in front of them.
Okay, so you hit a lot of points, and you actually saying stuff some of the stuff is valid, right? It's one thing the brother want to pull out though. Go ahead.
Because you said that he's a lot of changing and he keeps renewing his covenant. You said God keeps changing things, right? The Most High doesn't change. I'm going to show you that in the Bible. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Right. So the sons of Jacob are the people on that sign right there.
Yeah, but it also says in there that He will create a new thing. I didn't say God would
No,
change.
that's right.
It also said that He changes things. Like,
right. But when does He create everything new?
He made a covenant with Noah. He made a covenant with Adam.
That's true.
He kept making different covenants. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's actually true. So He made a covenant with David. He made a covenant with Noah. He made a covenant with Phineas. Right?
My dad told me that a million times. My dad doesn't change. I wish he would, but he doesn't.
Right. But see, when we talking about the Most High not changing, it goes more into what he said at the end of that verse. Because as you said, the Most High got a covenant with his people and with his people only. All right? Let's get what you got real quick. So this is a part of the covenant that you brought out, right?
God.
So what must you do? As you were saying, it's conditions to that covenant. What must you do, brother, in order to be on the right side of that covenant with the Most High God? Right? Because you identified yourself as a tribe of Manasseh. So that means that you will be of the chosen people, right?
Like the Israelites did in Egypt.
So what
They
must
had
you
a
do?
lamb that they would sacrifice, and they would put the blood over their doorstep,
Right.
over their window or the doorstep, whatever the door frame, right?
Right?
Now in the New Testament it says Jesus is that. You accept Jesus, you acknowledge him as the king,
Okay.
and his sacrifice for your life, and then you act like family. You're a part of the family.
Right.
You could become adopted through
But-
Christ,
but
through his
what does it
sacrifice
mean-
for
what
the
is it-
Jews and the Gentiles. The Jews mean
Brother,
the chosen people. The
hold on.
Gentiles mean everybody
One
else.
thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm
Right.
asking, what must you do to be in the right side of the covenant with the Lord? For the Most High to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant."
Yeah.
For him to say that, what must you do? What one thing must you do?
Believe in the one whom God has sent.
Okay, we're gonna read a verse and we're gonna show you
Well,
exactly
you can read
what
the
you
verse
must do.
where Jesus said they were like, Jesus was talking to these people, and they're like, "Man, what should we do?" And he said, "Believe in the one
Right.
whom God has sent."
we're gonna
That's
show you.
basically all he wanted them to do. He knew that they were never going to be him. They weren't going to be able to take his place or his throne and have the abilities through the God DNA.
All right,
They
so
was
listen,
just
I'm gonna show you
there
something.
to
Because you
believe
keep
in
saying
him.
the word believe.
Believe in Jesus. Yeah.
Listen, this is not an argument, but you gotta let us get in there, right?
Obey.
So there you go. So the word believe has to do with obey. Let's get the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 15. Right? I'm gonna show you what it means to believe or have faith. Because look, check this out. If somebody came out here right now and said, "Yo, it's a tornado coming down the block right now, it's tearing up everything, y'all need to go." If you believe that person, you're gonna pack up and leave. Because you're gonna do a action, right? So that's what we're about to read. Go ahead.
Con, it's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus.
What's going on, brother? Give us 5 minutes.
Con, this is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways.
You see that? And his ways is a metaphor of saying the way that he tells you to walk, the way he tells you to live, right? What did Christ say that he was? He said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," right? So we know that Christ is the way, but in order to fear the Lord, you got to keep the commandments. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law.
It'll be filled with the law. All right? Hey, don't do us like that, brother. Don't do us like that. Hey, go ahead.
I'm filled with the love. I heard what you said.
No, you good. You good. Deuteronomy 28:15. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right. So if you don't do the commandments, then curses will come upon you, brother. Did you know that our people walking up and down these streets, being drunk, being high, you know what I'm saying, being resentful towards their parents and destroying their own brother with the force of the sword and with guns and with drugs and all that? Did you know that that was a curse? Right?
Yeah.
A lot of our people don't realize that.
Some of that, but I mean, smoking weed and drinking beer is not going to give you curse.
Okay,
Disobeying
prove
the
that.
commandments.
Prove that smoking weed is not going to destroy your
Well, if you
community.
look at Genesis, it says, "I made the herbs that are green and yield seed."
Let's get it.
This Genesis.
That's Genesis 2.
But actually, let's not get it.
We're definitely going to get.
We're going to deal with it.
Got a blast.
Hey, and with that, the brother got to go.
That's
He ain't
right.
trying to be correct.
Hey, you can't just quote a scripture wrong and then leave.
I didn't quote it wrong. Look it
Yeah,
up,
you
bro.
just quoted it wrong. 'Cause what did it say the herb was going to be for? It was going to be to you for meat. Do you smoke?
Yeah, he's pretty high now.
Right. Hey, so look, this is the problem with our people, man.
That's crazy.
When you try to tell them what's going on that's hurting our communities, they gone. They done with the conversation at that point right there. Go ahead.
Hey, now, before we even started recording, he just said that he believed every word that come out the Bible. You asked him. You said, man, if we can go in the scriptures and show you something, will you agree to it? He said, yeah. And as soon as we're about to go get it, something that he brought out and correct him on it,
Yeah,
now he got to go.
Khan, get that.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 29. And Yahweh said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
All right. So listen, the herbs were created for meat, right? And check this out. You can't even eat every herb.
No,
You can't even eat every herb. So that right there lets you further know that the Lord is not saying every single herb can be used every single way. Right? We got to cut this out. Yo, if you believe that every herb was for that, then why you not smoking strawberries? Why you not grinding up strawberries and smoking that? Why you not grinding up pine leaves, pine cones, and smoking that? Right? You smoking to get high, man. Hey, come talk to us, brothers. Give us 5 minutes.
5 minutes, King.
5 minutes. We appreciate you, brother. Hey, why you not grinding up pine leaves and trying to get and trying to smoke off of that, man? Right? And look, we actually we burning some herbs right now.
Facts.
It ain't nothing wrong with this. It ain't nothing wrong with this. But when you doing it for the purpose of getting high, that's different. Read that out.
You want to Titus 2 and 11?
Con 2 and 11.
Con, this is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 11.
Come on.
For the grace of Yahweh that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust.
Hold up. Getting high, right, and altering your mental state is a worldly lust.
Con.
If you deny the flesh, there's no way that you would sit back and say, you know what? I need to get high today.
All right.
Yo, I can't write this song unless I'm high.
All right.
Come.
I can't freestyle unless I'm high.
Can't eat.
I can't
Study
eat.
the scriptures.
I can't. You know what? I like to really get in. You know, I like to hit the blunt a couple times, and then I like to get into the scripture. No, lie, man. Because listen, you're admitting that the Lord don't give you a certain grace or a certain ability unless you high.
Right.
It's a fact.
Yo, so you got to deny that worldly lust,
All praise.
and you got to do what the Most High says. Read that. Keep going.
Con, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world.
Hey, we got to be sober-minded, right? And this is a big problem with our people. When we go back to Deuteronomy 28:28, a big reason that we are walking around groping in the noonday and having astonishment of heart and having madness, right, is because we strung out, man.
That's right.
All right.
And the media industry does what? It propagates that and promotes that.
Mm-hmm.
And the culture creates a culture where if you ain't on this pill, you're not doing that.
Right.
I'm not even coming to your crib if you ain't got something for me.
Right.
So we got to get out of that, all right?
Let me get that.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
That's right.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
Hey, look, the brother talking about it's hard for him to get a job. How many jobs do a drug test?
A lot.
One of them.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
Almost all of them.
Yo, you're not gonna get a good job to support your family if you can't put the blunt down. It's a fact. I had to learn that as a kid, man. You see what I'm saying? So we have to have that mentality that, yo, sometimes we read these curses as if it's a mystical thing. Like the Lord just gonna zap a curse on you. No, what happens is, in you not keeping the commandments, you're causing the curses to happen.
Right.
So I'm over here smoking weed, and then I go try to get the job. They see my eyes red. They like, yo, this dude bugged out, right? You caused that curse to happen by not keeping the commandments. The same way, if you keep the commandments, you directly reverse the curses. You're working to reverse the curses. With us standing out here, we're working to reverse the fact that our people walking up and down the street high. Hey, the dude was out of his mind, man.
Bugged out.
Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8. Because Deuteronomy 28,
Right.
going into 29, say your ways will not be prosperous.
That's right.
As a result of these curses, right? This is Joshua 1 and 8. This is the book of the law. Salakia. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Hey, that's right. Look at that. And so look, if you're sober minded, your mind is clear to where you can meditate on the commandments day and night, the way you're supposed to. But if you're in an altered mind state, you got a demon playing host, and he's sitting there controlling your mind.
That's right.
5 minutes, yo, for 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, you're cleaning one spot on the counter. You high out your mind. You cleaning the hell out of this one spot, right? An hour later, you've done 25 things, but you've got nothing accomplished. Right?
All over the place.
How is this a blessing to our people? Like, how do we seek that? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brothers? Y'all got 5 minutes? All right, all praises.
Hey, let me get this precept.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Hey, and the brother did a good job the other day teaching about heaven and hell, right? What's going on? Shalom.
All praise to the Most
All
High.
praise. That's right.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Hey, look, the Lord bringing laborers for the harvest, man.
That's right.
Right? But the thing that's crazy is that our people are satisfied with this condition. We too satisfied with this. You know what I'm saying? Our women are satisfied with walking around with no clothes on. So that's why we come out here. Yo, the pastor who say he loved the community so much, why he not out here begging and pleading with his people to stop behaving in this manner, man?
He ain't making no money off it.
All right? So, hey, let's get into this real quick. Let's jump over to man, kill it.
Is it going to be cold or the wind going to be blowing, bro?
Right.
You can't get two good things.
Hey, so I just got a question just to involve y'all in the conversation. So where are y'all at? Like, how much do y'all understand about what we teach? Or do you have any questions or anything like that?
We know we keep commandments.
All right.
So we know all about that. You know, we got to keep Sabbath.
Right.
You know, so we kind of more so in the deeper language. So we want to know more about what's going to happen when we return to the wilderness and things like that. So we know we need to keep the commandments. We don't know everything, but
Right.
we
And
kinda,
we don't know everything.
Yeah, we babies in the truth. So.
All praises. Hey, we all babies. Hey, Christ said that you must be as a child to enter the kingdom. So if you around here saying, yo, I'm one of the top scholars in the truth,
Right, you wildin'.
you wildin', right? Because Christ said you can't be like that. So that's a beautiful thing. I'm going to teach on gathering the elect, which is kind of actually going into what you're talking about. But I'm not necessarily going to focus too much on end time prophecy. All right? But go ahead. Or not after that point of end time prophecy.
So,
right?
I just quick question. You said y'all were knowing the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
So I got
I'm gonna give y'all a piece of advice that I myself had to learn. Right? Don't try to go into the deeper things just yet.
right.
Not right now. Why? Because you'll be so
Make sure you come back so you can hear the word.
that's right. Well, we teaching Black history right here, sis.
All right, this real Black history.
Hey, that's right.
Right, con.
That's
So
right.
the reason I say that is you'll get so caught up in the mysteries and all of those things. We don't desire the sincere milk. So I'm gonna read the scripture real quick. This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. That's why we have the show. That's why we have the show Milk Monday, right? Y'all watch that show on our YouTube?
You don't think I saw that? I just think I've been saying that.
So wait, are y'all subscribed to the main channel or the North Carolina channel?
North Carolina channel.
Okay, so also subscribe to Sons of Thunder Israelites.
Okay.
Right.
That's our main channel with all our shows.
Parent child.
Right.
Cool.
Every Monday at 8:30 we have a show called Milk Monday, where we go into the milk of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because when you just coming into the truth, you don't want to be learning what a Daniel 9 breakdown or
Correct.
the 7 seals or you know what I'm saying? Learning about the European Union. That's not feeding you. That's not doing nothing for you. So that would be my suggestion to you.
And then when your brother or sister on the street walk up and they're like, brother, what should I do in my marriage? You
can't explain it.
confounded a lot of the times.
Yes.
Right.
That happened to me. You know, people come up and ask me questions, and I'm deep in these prophecies and stuff. We gotta be sensible and understand that healing our people is the number one goal.
Right.
Right. So that's the main point. That's a beautiful point. So let's.